Today I'm gonna teach you how to flirt as an introvert without having a total personality transplant. Most people think flirting is all about loud laughs, cheeky smiles, and acting like a hyperactive golden retriever. But let's be honest, that's exhausting and frankly annoying as hell. The truth, introverts have the real flirting advantage precisely because we don't fake enthusiasm or pretend to care about your favorite Netflix binge. In fact, I have personally used these 5 sneaky introvert approved methods to charm people way out of my league. And yes, they worked. Stick around and I will show you exactly how to flirt authentically without ever becoming a social butterfly. Number 1. Skip the small talk. It's boring anyway. Let's be real. Small talk is awful. Nobody wakes up thinking, wow, I hope somebody asks me about the weather today. Like that. Unless, of course, there's a tornado literally chasing you down the street. Then, yes, weather chat is acceptable. But seriously, forget the boring stuff. You are an introvert, which means your tolerance for meaningless chit chat is about as high as your tolerance for crowded parties. 0. Instead, jump straight into something meaningful. Ask about their craziest adventure, their most embarrassing moment, or their weirdest dream. Something that will make their eyes wide and heart race. Trust me, I have tried this. Once I was stuck in the purgatory of small talk on a date, chatting about Netflix shows I honestly couldn't care less about. I was one more have you seen Squid Game away from crawling under the table. Then I decided to take a risk. I asked her what the weirdest adventure you have ever had. And her eyes lit up instantly. She told me about the time she got lost at a foreign country and somehow ended up at a goat farm. Yes, a goat farm. Do I remember every detail of that story? Absolutely. Do I remember what her favorite Netflix show was? Nope, not a clue. See, meaningful conversations stick. They make you unforgettable. Plus, you are an introvert, so deep conversations are your home turf. You are literally built for this. Use your natural advantage. So, skip the small talk. Life is short, so your patience. Get real, get weird, and start conversations that worth remembering. Number 2. Express interest like a pro without blurting out, I like you. Okay, introverts, listen carefully. We know you are secretly a hopeless romantic wrapped in layers of sarcasm and eye rolls. But seriously, hiding your feelings behind a wall thicker than the Great Wall of China? That's just exhausting for you and everyone else involved. Look, you don't have to dramatically declare I like you like some desperate rom-com character. Please don't. That's just cringe city, population you. Instead, casually drop hints with playful jabs. Say something like, hanging out with you doesn't actually drain my soul dry. Weird, right? Or, you know you are surprisingly tolerable. It's disturbing how much I don't mind your existence. Statements like these make your intentions clear without any now sitting or hallmark card fluff. It's confident, funny, and just rude enough to keep them intrigued. Plus, let's be honest, it's authentically you. Imagine this scenario. You are at a cafe and your date asks if you are bored yet. Instead of politely lying or worse, saying something overly sentimental, you smirk and reply, honestly, I was prepared for emotional torture, but you are disappointingly pleasant. Like that. Boom, instant grin on their face and instant warmth in their chest. You have sparked curiosity without sacrificing your soul to awkwardness. Humorous honesty leaves them guessing, just enough to keep their thoughts spinning around you later. Mission accomplished. And best of all, you kept your dignity intact. Win-win. Number 3. Use your introvert superpower. Listening. Let's talk about the biggest weapon in your flirting arsenal. No, that's not your dazzling smile, though I am sure that's lovely. It's your freakishly good listening skills. Seriously, introverts, you listen better than the NSA tapping someone's phone. You pick up the tiny details that others ignore. Use this power wisely. Ask thoughtful questions what they actually care about. Remember that weird fact they casually dropped, like their obsession with competitive cheese rolling. Yeah, apparently that's a real sport. Nothing makes someone swoon faster than realizing you have paid attention to their bizarre interests. I remember using this technique myself once. This girl casually mentioned she collected vintage spoons. Yes, vintage spoons. Because apparently regular cutlery just wasn't hipster enough. 2 weeks later, I casually brought up her spoon collection again. She looked at me like I was a wizard who peeled a rabbit out of thin air. The fact that I remembered her quirky hobby meant more than any slick compliment ever could. People love feeling special, and nothing says special like genuinely remembering their random passions. And the best part, it costs you nothing except a tiny bit of brain space. So, introverts, wield your listening power unapologetically. Remember, when in doubt, shut up and listen. It's your ultimate flirting cheat code. Number 4. Make strategic moves with proximity and subtle touch. Alright, introverts, let's talk about the physical touch, also known as the scariest flirting tactic ever. No, you don't need to randomly tackle hug your crush mid-sentence. That only works in a terrible rom-coms, or if your goal is a restraining order. But subtle strategic move, oh, they are your new best friend. I am talking about gentle stuff. Lean in slightly when you are chatting, just enough to make their heart skip, but not enough to smell their shampoo. Maybe casually let your hands brush while walking side by side, or lightly guide them with your hands, gently resting on their back for just one perfect fleeting second. This sends an electric spark without making you look like an overexcited golden retriever. Here's an example scenario. You both navigating a crowded coffee shop. Instead of awkwardly shuffling around like two socially anxious penguins, you smoothly place your hand on their lower back and guide them safely through. Just a split second of contact. That's it. Watch as their eyes widen just a little. Their breathing speeds up, and suddenly they are wondering, wait, what just happened? Congratulations, you are officially hacked their brain chemistry. Remember, subtlety is key, because if you are too aggressive, you look desperate. And let's face it, desperation isn't cute on anyone, especially introverts. Number 5. Own your awkwardness and add a dash of humor. Listen up, introverts, perfection is overrated. I mean, have you actually liked someone because they were annoyingly flawless? Exactly not. Except maybe Ryan Reynolds. But let's be honest, he is probably secretly awkward too. The truth is, awkwardness is not your enemy. It's your secret weapon. When you inevitably trip over your words, and trust me, you will, just own it, right? Don't panic and dive headfirst into embarrassment. Instead, crack a joke. Casually say something like, sorry, my brain just glitched. That happens when I am around someone interested. Like that. Bam! Suddenly your awkwardness is charming instead of cringy. I once tried to impress someone at a party and accidentally introduced myself as them. Yeah, my brain short-circuited so badly, I literally said, hi, I am Sarah. Oh no, wait, no I am not, you are Sarah. Like that, I was panicked. After a brief moment of internal screaming, I shrugged and added, great, I have stolen your identity already. The date is going perfect. Like that. She laughed so hard, she nearly spilled her drink. Why? Because humor and authenticity beat the fake perfection every single time. Remember, nothing is attractive than someone comfortable enough to embrace their awkwardness openly. Perfection is boring, awkward, quirky, genuine you. That's irresistible. So stop trying to be Ryan Reynolds level smooth. Just own your glorious awkwardness. Trust me, it's your best move yet. So, introverts, flirting doesn't mean becoming someone you are not. Skip the boring talk, subtly show interest, and remember, listening is your superpower. Use strategic touch to spark chemistry without turning into a desperate puppy. And most importantly, own your awkwardness because perfection is boring anyway. Flirting as an introvert isn't just possible, it's your secret advantage. Now go charm someone without faking a single smile. Like this video before I overthink it for next 3 days and subscribe because awkward people deserve love too. Right? Peace out.